and I miss that place terribly till this day. Keep on having fantasies.
Yeah.
That maybe one day it'll reopen again.
You'll miss it. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Again, it would be fabulous.
Yeah.
It'd be really fabulous.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to touch on, your other experiences skating. And did you get to travel as well because of skating?
No, unfortunately I did not, because I worked there and I really didn't get a chance to travel, but I booked a lot of the entertainment.
Yeah.
I got to meet Madonna. We were one of the first in New York to book her, actually.
I remember that.
You know, I have the original video of her.
That's right.
At the Roxy.
Yeah, doing
Holiday.
Yes, Holiday with the black outfit on. Absolutely.
And so that was really exciting, and along with the roller skating, we filmed a movie called Beat Street.
That's right. Beat Street was there. Also, They all laughed.
They all laughed, but Beat Street was really exciting.
Beat Street
was a very big movie that was there, and we had a lot of celebrities and did a lot of things with major companies like Close Up Toothpaste at the time. And there's some film of me and Ron Zugay at the time, doing some kind of balloon thing. It was very
remember
exciting.
that too.
Yeah, I was blushing.
I remember
My
that
face
night.
was red the whole time. I was blushing the whole time. But there's just great experiences at not only of meeting the celebrities and of the skating, but of the people that I've met that are really still some of the best friends I have in my life.
Yeah, one of the reasons that we decided to do this show, DJ Julio and I, is that we have a very large roller skating community in the New York City area, the metropolitan area, and people are under the impression that roller skating has died. But roller skating never died. The fad of roller disco went away, but there are so many diehard skaters here. There are a few places to skate, not only in the New York City proper area. That's why we decided to give our little roller skating parties that we give every other month or so.
Which are fabulous, by the way.
Thank you. I'm glad you
They're
enjoyed
very
them.
good, and they're working out really nice.
Yeah, we have a lot of time, a lot of fun
good
there.
Party.
And it's a lot of fun, right?
Yes,
and we
it
enjoy
is.
seeing the people that we have not seen for a while, or even the ones we've seen, because once again, that family energy is there. It's a great thing.
That's the key word. I mean, it's not just a bunch of people going and skating or going to a nightclub and, hanging out for a night. It's actually a family. It's a community. And
we know so much about each other that it's
well, we used to, Joe, many years ago when we would skate in unitards and leg warmers, and I remember you and your unitard.
Yeah, I remember you too.
And we would laugh because we would say, I don't think we would recognize each other on the street
with normal clothing on. And that's happened to me, actually.
But today, as it has evolved, yes, it is still a huge group of people that are skating, and not just from our days, but there are a lot of young people getting back into it. There are lots of young people getting into it that really enjoy it. Kind of blading helped them get into it, but I still think that the quad skates are the ones that are the best.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing too, because for a while I was raising my two young ones, I did stop skating for about 5 to 10 years, and I wasn't really up on it. It was that long.
Oh boy, did I miss you.
I missed you too. And what happened was, when I first began, while I was not skating, I saw the influx of the rollerbladers. That's when they came out, and they were all over the place, and I saw no quad skates. So I was wondering how that turned out, and then I went back to the Roxy, the new version of the Roxy, and I realized there were just as many quad skaters.
It was just as many, and I think that was a fad.
And rollerblades are fine too.
They're okay. I personally don't like them.
They're great for outdoors.
Nothing like my quads.
Yeah, I love my quads too.
And I love
have an interesting
skates.
story.
What is that?
The young man, whose name I can't remember now, who originally developed the rollerblades, at that point came around to all of the rinks in New York City, and he left a couple of pairs of rollerblades. I had one. I'm not sure if Julio had the other pair for our rink, but I know I had one pair. And I rolled around on them. I kind of had fun. And when he came back a couple of weeks later, he asked me what I thought. And I said to him, they're nice. They remind me of ice skates, but I think they'd be better for outdoors.
Right.
Having no idea what I was saying. But yeah, it was a nice experience.
It's a great experience.
Yeah.
It exposed me to not only skating and that community, but the music community. I met a lot of very interesting people. I went on in business from the Roxy into music. So it's wonderful, and we still have it, and I still skate regularly, at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, you do better than I do. I try. I can't quite get there that many times, but I'm working on it.
So, from being at the Roxy, I got to meet some interesting people in the music business, and record producers and studio owners, and I started managing a recording studio.
That's right, I remember that.
Do you remember that? Shakedown Sound.
Yeah.
With Arthur Baker. He did a lot of editing and mixing and all kinds of stuff for a lot of the new music that was coming out at the time.
Right.
And I also worked for a recording studio called Quad Recording, which
I remember Quad.
today is huge.
That was
actually.
Lou
Gonzalez.
Lou Gonzalez,
That is correct.
Yeah.
Lou Gonzalez. And I actually took my son very recently, about 6 months ago. We were down in Times Square area, and there it is, you know. And I'm saying, we're going to knock on this door, and I'm going to bring you in. And he's like, oh no, that's embarrassing. It's not cool. We can't do it. I said, come on.
Yeah.
So we went in, and I introduced myself. Lou wasn't there, but it now is one of the most state-of-the-art recording studios in the States.
See, I'm glad that you're our guest today, because that's another connection that we have to the New York community and to the world community, the entertainment community, that no one really understands. Of course, first of all, the hip-hop and the rap generation really got their international boost at the Roxy.
That's where it all began.
It began actually in the Bronx. And they brought the boys from the Bronx and Manhattan over to Roxy, and that's where they started going international and getting a lot of airplay and exposure.
Yeah, well, I
Quad
say that Roxy was the home of hip hop because that's when Africa Bambaataa came in.
That's right.
Grandmaster Flash.
And that was the very beginning.
And that was the very beginning. Yeah. I mean, and it was wild. I mean, it was the energy. None of us really thought it would take off.
No,
you know?
we just were having fun. But here's the really cool thing: Lou Gonzalez, the owner / manager of Quad's Studios, he was a roller skater. That's how we first met him. He used to skate at Village Skating.
I didn't know that.
He used to skate at Village Skating. That's where I first met him. And then I found out that he owned a studio because he wanted to do a gimmick recording about roller skating. He asked a bunch of us to come in here and skate around and do some background chorus vocals while he did the recording. And that's when I first saw the studio. And back then it was a nice studio, but nothing like it is now.
Oh no, today
and
it's amazing.
It's just amazing.
It is.
That's another connection with roller skating.
Yeah, it's a major connection with roller skating.
Yeah.
You know, and I did the press and the PR for them, and that was exciting. And I think that has been, it's become an integral part of my life. It's something that I would never ever give up.
Yeah.
And will be with me for a long time. And I think it helps keep me as young as I am.
Oh, it definitely does. It also helps to keep me sane. I always say to people that when I skate and I have a good skate session, when I leave, I feel very exhilarated. And I know that it's a good feeling that I'm not going to have to worry about coming down from. I won't have a headache the next morning. And I know that
this is true.
I can repeat that feeling again the next time. So, you know, why would you want to stop?
You know, the interesting thing is that many people who don't roller skate and who should maybe come and visit and see what it's all about, it is a unique experience when you're on the floor, when you're in the environment, because it doesn't matter what race you are, what color you are, what size you are, how old you are, how young you are,
what you do for a living.
It has nothing to do with it. It has to do about the energy and the love that we all have for being there.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of the most beautiful aspects of roller skating.
Absolutely.
You know, and it doesn't involve all the outside things that maybe other venues need, or you know, bars and things of that nature. Today we skate anywhere as long as we have a wood floor, or a decent floor, and a good DJ. We're skating. So.
You know, can I tell you, and I say this on every show, but I never get tired of it. There are people that I've known for 30 years or more, and I don't really know their names. I just know that they come to skate and we speak, we talk while we're there, and maybe share a soda or something like that, and that's it. And we go home.
It's very interesting, and you know, now I'm also on Facebook.
Right.
And
Facebook is helping with the names.
It's really not only is it helping with the names, but it's really helping connect again the roller skating community.
It certainly is.
And, you know, everyone's starting to pull together again, and there's a lot of, you know, your channel and your club that now is starting with Julio and the skates that you've been doing regularly now. I mean, it's really starting to take off again, and people are able to communicate again, because, you know, there were many people that really still wanted to continue.
That's right.
But had no clue.
That's right. And you know, the interesting thing is that some of our friends have flown pretty far and wide. We have people in Japan, and you know, Frances came to our last affair.
That was awesome.
And one of the original wizards, Melody Watrous, she came to a couple of our affairs from Japan. There are people coming from Australia, London, all across the United States. And this is just a roller skate, and we were flattered by it, you know. And actually, sometimes it brings me to tears. Because in the case of Melody, I hadn't seen her in, I guess, about 12 or 13 years. And she just showed up at one of our reunions. And I knew that she came from Japan.
You know, and then the same thing happened with Frances Colon, who I haven't seen in a good 15 years. Yeah. And the interesting thing about the bonds that we have created and made roller skating is that they last a lifetime.
Oh, they last forever.
You know, it's like you could not see someone for 10, 15 years, and you see them, and it's like, give me a hug and a kiss.
And isn't it
I
funny?